In today's video, I am going to be breaking down Payton Pritchard and some of his slippery moves that allow him to get open shots, but also allow him to get to the rim super easily. He is having a massive impact this year on the Celtics in the playoffs, so let's get down and let's check him out and see how he actually plays as a point guard that you can actually copy and emulate yourself so that you can become a better point guard yourself. Really quickly, make sure to go check out the point guard workout that is down in the description below so that you can become a better point guard and a much stronger point guard as well. Now let's check out Payton Pritchard. Okay, so we're going to watch Payton Pritchard pick up full court, getting a full court defender right here. On his way down the court, he's switching hands, switching sides. This is to make the defender continue to switch the angles as to how he is defending. This makes it extremely hard when somebody's behind you and they're always attacking your back, switching directions. It's really extremely hard. Now, at this point, the defender turns and he is going to be trying to make contact with Payton Pritchard. This contact is to try and direct him towards the sideline, which is a much harder area to be able to score from and to create offensive plays from. He's sort of successful at this point, but Payton Pritchard starts to go back into that defender. See, now, if we zoom in, Payton Pritchard has a pretty good advantage because he's a little bit shorter, a little bit lower, and he's able to get his shoulder into that meaty spot of the chest, and that kind of allows him to direct where he wants this defender to go. Coming off of that contact, he does a quick sidestep away. That creates the gap that he needs to be able to take this shot. Now, would a three-point shot versus a drive be a good or bad decision? You have to make that choice now, because now, obviously, he's able to take that shot, and he took that shot. However, when you're scanning the offense and when you're scanning the defense, you have to see where the help drop defenders are, where gap is, and see if there's a better option to drive. So if he was to drive here, what looks to be Giannis's hands would be in on that play. This guy is in position, Porter would be in position to be able to cut that off and potentially take a charge or just at least make it difficult. And he's already tagging his man. We can see that right here. So he's already tagging, so he would already be dropping. So the three-point shot would actually be the better option unless you just want to run a play because they've only burned 4 seconds off the shot clock. Depending on which coach you're with, this may or may not be a great decision. However, nobody's going to ever argue with you when it comes to making a basket. What allowed him to make this basket could have been him reading where the defenders are, but at the same time, it was because of this contact right there and sidestep that created the gap needed to be able to shoot the three. Also, what makes Payton Pritchard a very hard player to guard is the fact that he is willing to take these shots. So if we rewind just a bit, go in slow motion, and we get that kick out pass, and Payton Pritchard is ready to take this shot. It's hard to see because he catches this off camera, but he's already down low with his knees bent when he catches this ball. So him to go up into this shot is much faster. They only had 1.3 seconds left on the shot clock, so he didn't have any time to drive. However, being ready to shoot keeps defenders off balance, and they may jump and you might be able to get past them. But again, 1.3 seconds, not enough time. And yes, he does hit this shot as well. So perfect decision. I can't stress this enough. One of the easiest ways to be able to get baskets in the NBA or just in basketball in general is making contact, as we've seen right there, with your defender first. As long as you make that contact with your defender first, you're going to be able to create enough gap and distance between yourself and him so that you can make these shots. And yes, he did make that shot that rattled in. However, watch really closely. Also watch his footwork because footwork is just as important as making contact. If your footwork is not perfect, it's going to be a travel. So right now, he takes a dribble on his left foot. After that, he keeps his hand on top or on side of the ball, takes a right step. At this point, he still probably could dribble. I don't think he's gathered the ball yet because the hand's still on the side, but I'm not too sure if the ball is touching his body yet. So that would be the hard decision here. However, either way, let's say the ball is touching his body. He is gathering on his right foot. He then hops off onto two at the same time, which means that this would be his first step. And then he goes up with that shot, kicking that leg out so that he can get his right side in line with the basket. This is a legal move at all levels. To make it even more illegal for like AAU coach or referees that generally call everything a travel, delay that pickup until you're in the air right there, or delay the pickup until you land. That way you can keep your hand on the side of the ball, not carrying it, but on the side, so that you can have the ability to still dribble if needed, and then gather it when you land on two. That way it would be even more cleaner. You always want to be squeaky clean with some referees. Okay, so we have Jason Tatum with the ball. We have Payton Pritchard over here. Watch what Payton Pritchard's doing. He has his hand up. He's calling for the ball. Now, he's not getting the ball because there's a massive wall between the ball and him. So what does he do? He moves off ball. He shuffles over. He stays low so that when he catches that ball, he can go straight into the shot. And this is how you can get faster shots. And, of course, it does help with deeper shots as well. Okay, so this is just a crazy play altogether. He does a quick glide cross over here. He creates that top foot, and he attacks back towards that left side. He gets a screen set for him right here, and because he got his defender going over top of the screen, he curls in as fast as possible, trying to put that defender in jail. This now essentially forces the switch at this time. So now he's got a massive mismatch here and a potentially somewhat of a mismatch right there. So he now attacks baseline on his man. Anytime you attack baseline, don't kill your dribble. This is the worst spot to kill your dribble. You have to keep your dribble alive and either look for players who are cutting from the perimeter or just dribble it straight back out. However, this is a very Steve Nash type of move because if you can attack baseline and keep your dribble alive and you have a teammate who is cutting down the middle of the key or the right side or left side of the key, it don't really matter. If somebody is cutting down and you're dribbling along the baseline, keep your dribble alive. This pass needs to be either an overhead pass or a bounce pass. That's exactly what Payton Pritchard does right here, is overhead, and he's got his teammate an open dunk. Anytime you attack baseline, keep your dribble alive. If your defender leaves you, you curl quick, hook shot, or fadeaway or whatever. If you've got a cutter, you pass to the cutter as we just seen. Baseline attacks while keeping your dribble alive is extremely deadly to be able to do. Now, Payton Pritchard here is attacking baseline once again, but there's something that he does, and that is he makes contact right there with his body while having two hands on the ball first. Making that body contact allows him to be able to have the control to be able to make that layup. If you want to become a better point guard, make sure to go check out the point guard workout and training that is down in the description below. It is 8 weeks. It's going to make you stronger, and it's going to make you a better point guard altogether. Anyways, I hope that this video has helped you. If it has, hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again in my next video.